well, because we were using WordPress a lot to build websites, but there were things about it we did and didn't like, so we kind of built our own. And we had a few of these products, and it was a fun exercise, and we did use some of the tech with our clients, but ultimately none of them really caught.
Yeah.
But the last one was a platform we called Game Locker, which basically refers to a way to store and save game data and your results from every match. And that's ultimately tech that we had been building for a year or more before we started working with PUBG. And we used some of that technology to build their developer API. And I think that's partly why we were impressed, because we had already done a year of planning and work before they started to work with us. So we were able
Right.
to hit the ground running fast. Um, and that was what differentiated us from other third-party contractor software teams that they had worked with.
Gotcha. But that's a really good point. Like, you could work hourly and
Mhm.
make a decent money and all that kind of stuff. But um, until you develop a product, you don't get that multiplier. So
Exactly.
you need that. Is there? I'm naive about this. Is there any intellectual property coverage around what you guys do, like the platform type stuff?
Yes, absolutely. Our basically the biggest thing that we can protect is our source code. You know, getting a patent on a concept is can be important for us. There's so much competition in the space that trying to get a patent or blocking other companies from doing something similar isn't really the best use of our time. What
Mm.
is important to us is to make our system just that much more desirable and frankly better, faster, stronger, everything than
Right.
the competitor. And that's how we're going to set ourselves apart. And we keep protect our source code. We'll trademark a name for a platform we're building or something like that. But um, that's probably the most important thing, is like the sweat equity you've put in is something that no one else can take away from you.
Got it. And then you could use that. You could use that name again and again, probably to sell to multiple customers. So that's
Yep,
all powered by your
exactly.
platform technology.
Yep.
That's good.
Good
Right.
example is Steam. They revolutionized the way that Valve company revolutionized how people play games on PC. They created a client that allows you to browse games, purchase games, and then launch and run the games, as well as they added a marketplace for microtransactions. So they've, for developers, they've made the delivery and um, you know availability to attract a wider audience that much
Mhm.
more accessible to all major AAA developers, but also indie developers too. So
Yep.
it's an
Yep.
example of a platform that right now
Yeah.
there's
That's
competition still, like the Epic Games launcher or Bethesda.net, but Steam was the first mover, and they probably have the biggest user base as well.
Yep. Yep. They're still on top. Maybe there's customer loyalty or something like that, or maybe just a
Yep.
better product.
Yep. Or people, it's just like with Apple TV, or if you are an Android person, like you build up your library of games and content on one platform. So the
Yeah.
switching cost becomes more and more difficult
Right.
after the fact. Yeah.
Good point. Now, what's your educational background?
So I am a local guy. I went to Bethlehem High School, and then
Mhm.
I originally started going to school at SUNY Albany for music. And I did leave after a semester to pursue a rock and roll career, which I did
Wow.
for for 6 years. I was in a band called Count the Stars and Action Action. We were signed to Victory Records,
Really?
and we toured nationally and in Canada and Mexico for 6 years, and did
I'm just
Warped
gonna
Tour.
throw
And
out. I want to throw out a guess real quick. I'm
yeah,
guessing. I'm
yeah,
guessing. I'm guessing you played bass.
yes, that's a fact.
Oh,
I've got my electric bass
there you
and
go.
my stand-up bass back there, so I'm a little rusty these days, but yes, I do love to play.
So you went on tour and everything.
Yep, we had music videos. We had a booking agent, a manager. We opened for Fallout Boy
No
and
kidding.
Taking Back Sunday and the All American Rejects. Um, yeah, we did it. I can say we really tried, but after 6 years or so, it being on the road gets very difficult, and so
Yeah.
I actually started to go back to school online at Hudson Valley while
Hmm.
on tour. So I was taking tests, like math tests, like on my cell phone in 2007 and 8, which was a horrible experience. But I finished my associates all online, and then I was able to matriculate into SUNY Albany School of Business to finish
Mhm.
my bachelor's and my MBA at night while I was actually working at Agora. So, um, yep,
That's a
U Albany.
yeah, that's a great story, man. I love it.
Mhm.
Now, did you teach yourself programming? Do you know how to do the behind the scenes stuff?
So I took a couple programming classes like SQL and I'd say like information technology management classes. I'm not
Mhm.
a developer by trade,
Yeah,
but I know enough to understand the development process
yeah,
or agile development process. So I was more of a project manager
yeah,
focus.
yep.
Yep.
It's good. That's a great story.
Yeah.
You've you've been around, man. It's
I
and
know.
it's good that you did the. I mean, well, your industry is it's kind of art. It's very artistic. You know, it's
Mhm.
artistic. It's art science mix. You know, so
Yes.
having that background that you have is pretty cool, actually.
Yep, it helps, and I also was like a minor in French, so I always enjoyed second languages, which has helped a little bit trying to keep up with our Korean teammates. But we actually started taking Korean classes in the office, which was awesome um, and very eye-opening. So that was pretty cool.
All I know is "Come see Hamnida." I
That's all
think
you need to know.
that's all you
Yes.
need to know, man.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite Korean restaurant here in the local area?
Yes, it has to be Sunny's in Troy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
they
I'm with
they
you.
just they just started doing Korean barbecue outside, which is fantastic. And they're just great. They also have like a little gift shop, so you can get lots of cool Korean
Mhm.
market food. And just like it's family owned, they're fantastic. It's really good.
I just made Korean lettuce wraps yesterday. I do these theme nights with my kids and
Hmm.
do different nationalities.
Hmm.
And the deal is they have to try everything, and
Hmm.
then I'll do the dishes that night, so they don't have to do
Got
the
it.
dishes. So it's like a so last night they had to eat kimchi, and they've tried it before, like every one of these theme nights, and they
Yep.
just my son is starting to like it better. He's in
Got it.
he's in college, so but my youngest, no kimchi for her.
That's cool. Hey, can I pause 1 second? I'm sorry.